You're listening to WUSM Hattiesburg. It's time for the Southern Miss Student Media Weekly Wrap Up. The Southern Miss Student Media Weekly Wrap Up is a look at the events Southern Miss Student Media covered throughout the week and the events Southern Miss Student Media is working on for next week.
Hello, Golden Eagle. Welcome to Weekly Wrap Up. I'm Rocha Busney. I'm Creative Director for Southern Miss Student Media. And today here with me, we have Andy, Clara, Adeline, and Carter from different division of SM2, where we'll be talking about what we did this week and what is our plan for next week. We'll be right back after this short break.
When you or your business sponsors programming on WUSM, you are getting more than recognition for your product. You are also gaining the appreciation of our audience who understands that your sponsorship provides their favorite programming. And research shows that the audience is more likely to patronize your business, too. In addition, the cost of sponsoring programming on WUSM is tax deductible. To learn more, call 601-266-4287.
Imagine being denied an apartment because of housing discrimination.
It's so wrong.
But who has the power to stop this?
You do. The law is on your side. If you've been discriminated against because of race, color, religion, sex, national origin, disability, or familial status, file a complaint with HUD. Fair housing is your right.
Use it.
Visit HUD.gov/fair housing, a public service message from HUD and the National Fair Housing Alliance.
Welcome back, everybody. So we're going to start with Student Print. Hello, Andy. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. So how is Student Print doing?
Student Prints is doing good. We got the paper out yesterday all over campus. Like I say, if you ever want to pick it up, you can find it in just about every academic building on campus. We have it in four different places around the Union. One in the by the door where you go into the bookstore, across from the Fresh. Have a bin outside of the Union building, another bin over by Subway, and then one up by the front door of the Hub. And we also have it in three dorms. We have a bin in Hillcrest Hall by the kitchen. We have one in the lobby of Wilbur Hall, and one in the CPN Learning Center behind Southern Wing Company. So, prints out everywhere. Go get you a copy of it. This was a good week for the prints. I'm looking at Carter because he said it this morning before I could, because I wait till I get on the show to say it. But I think this is probably the best paper we've done this far this semester. I know I say it every week, but when you got people that know what they're doing, you can say that proudly. Yeah. Just a few stories that we covered this week. We have a story looking into how littering has escalated on campus. It's a great article, and I'm one of them people I hate littering.
It makes me angry.
Yeah. I'm very unpleased about littering, especially on this beautiful campus. Another big thing is the Student Government Association elections are coming up. We got 8 people running for, I believe it's 4 or 5 different positions. Great article by Alicia Williams. Moving on through, we recognize Women's History Month this month with an artist about an artist. It's one of them days. With an article about Imam Muhammad, a photojournalist who came and spoke at the University Honors Forum a few weeks ago. We also have a little piece about the Student Prince's first ever female editor, Laura Gibbons, who was named editor in the spring of 1937. And the Prince has been around for 1927, so I'm proud that they got that off pretty quick. A few other things, we have articles about teletherapy use rising among students, social media's endless scroll, because I tell you, I could start scrolling on Instagram Reels at about 9:30 at night, and at midnight I'll say, oh my God, really? A few other things, USM student Shiza Shahid, I hope I said that right, breaks barriers in gender equity research. We also have a review of March of the Mayors over Mardi Gras, a band called Scowl performing at the Fat Cat recently. Different garden centers such as Lowe's, Home Depots, local nurseries are preparing for sports time. And also, we have an ad on the back of the page for the Armstrong Branch Distinguished Lecture Series, featuring Kevin D. Richardson, a criminal justice activist. This will be Tuesday, March 18th at 6:30 at the Thad Cochran Grand Ballroom. So that's about all for the Prince this week.
Great. So anything exciting coming up next week?
Just stay tuned is all I'd say.
Stay tuned. Okay, we'll be right back with more information from other division. We'll be right back after this short break.
Rising prices on essential electronics to potential increases in tuition, these new policies could hit students where it hurts, their wallets. On February 1st, 2025, President Donald Trump imposed a 10% tariff on Chinese imports, citing national security concerns and economic competition. Students could still feel the ripple effects of these economic shifts in their daily lives, meaning electronics and textbook price spikes due to the tariffs on Chinese imports. Students may have to pay more for the devices they rely on for their education.
We have, mostly digital devices that we use to do our schoolwork. We work through Canvas or all these different things that require some sort of electronic device, and it's already expensive as it is.
Colleges that depend on imported equipment for research labs and classrooms may experience rising operational costs as well, which could trickle down into tuition fees for students.
Especially with my major, I'm a graphic design major, so literally everything is money. A lot of people say, and they don't tell you, but you got to buy your way into this major, and you have to, of course it relies on passion, but specifically with this major you need the electronics, you need the paper, you need the ink, like you need everything.
It's also important to note, budget-friendly retailers like Shein and Temu could face higher costs due to changes in trade rules. That means fewer discounts and higher prices on clothing, dorm essentials, and accessories. Z. Gary, SM2
Welcome back. Now we are moving to SM2 Southern Student Media Television. So we have Clara. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Great. So how was SM2 this week?
SM2 this week, we got back from break, so just getting back into the flow of things and stuff. We had a few good stories this week. Our top story was about the Lloyd Green trail marker that was put outside of our music building, our fine arts, I believe, or performing arts building. Excuse me if I said that wrong. But our MMJ Kiera Fox went out there and got that story for us. It was really great. I was able to actually be in attendance and go there, so I think our coverage of it was really, really swell. So you should go check it out on the episode.
She also got to meet a very famous country singer. She don't want to brag about it, but I'm gonna brag about it because I got to meet him too. So anyway, sorry. Yeah,
it was really fun, really good experience. I didn't even realize that our campus, our university had that kind of history until I actually went to the unveiling of the trail marker. Our next story is kind of like a Women's History Month story. It focuses on Black-owned businesses from a couple of women, smaller businesses in our community here at Hattiesburg, and how they can support students and how they want student support from their businesses and stuff. And just a really feel-good story, you know what I mean? And then to round up our first block, we had a story about Hattiesburg art mural grant. And they're looking for anybody with artistic skills or portfolios, kind of like professional, but they can be a student, but you can apply your art to possibly be painted on a mural. I don't exactly remember the location, but it's all in the episode on our YouTube channel. You can also find the episode on our website if I'm not mistaken. We also have weather coverage from our weather anchor, Z. Gary. You should definitely check that out before this upcoming week and get your update, because we're supposed to have severe weather tomorrow. We also have community calendar with a couple of good, interesting events coming up. And then also sports recap from Alvia Walker. She wraps up our basketball season with both our men's and women's, and also lets us know about the future baseball and softball games. And then we also had an extra special episode of Eagle Interview, and it includes a furry friend that you may or may not have seen on campus, and I enjoyed watching it. It was really, really fun, and it's all thanks to Creative and Rochuk's team. But yeah, that kind of wraps up the SM2 episode that we had this week.
Yeah, that sounds great. So if you haven't watched the episode, go watch on Southern Miss Student Media YouTube channel. Is anything exciting coming up next week?
We do have a few exciting things coming up, but you'll just have to wait till next week to see the big unveiling.
Yes, stay tuned. So we'll be back after this short break.
The cost of running a farm is at an all-time high. Fertilizer, fuel, labor, and equipment are all more expensive than ever. At the same time, international market forces have driven down crop prices, leaving farmers stuck in a financial squeeze.
All their inputs, their fertilizer, their chemicals, their machinery, the transportation, the fuel, insurance, everything has just skyrocketed. And you're finding that these farmers are not able to pencil a profit. At best, they're penciling a small loss right now for a grain farmer.
For farmers like John Corley, cutting fertilizer cost isn't an option. Without proper nutrients, crops suffer, leading to lower production and more financial strain.
When fertilizer prices went through the roof, is that you can't go without a good fertility to grow a crop, and so that's not an area we can cut, unfortunately, and it seems to be one of our bigger expenses as well.
Farmers are making tough choices, delaying equipment upgrades, cutting labor costs, or changing planting strategies. For row crop farmers, switching to another crop or even raising livestock isn't always the best decision. Many invested millions into specialized equipment, meaning they have to make row crops work no matter the cost. I'm Kennedy Drake, reporting for the Roy Howard Community Journalism Center.
Okay, we are back again. So, Adeline, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. So, what is WSM being up to this week?
So this week we had some great interviews. On Monday, Abby Bouzigard sat down with Madison Wedgeworth to talk about the protests for zero tolerance on campus that happened yesterday. On Tuesday, we had Skylar Angus Barker hosting Danny Snell and Dr. Fortenberry. Wednesday, we had Abby Bouzigard back again with Davy Goldsmith, and Thursday we had Skylar Angus Barker again with Nicholas Seraldo discussing the Screaming Eagles, which is
I love Dr. Seraldo.
Yeah. He was talking about the upcoming guitar conference that's happening this weekend. Also on Monday we had our News You Need live event where several of our SM2 leaders who are here right now discussed some current events in the news with Dr. Simpson. But yeah, that was this week. It was pretty good production, I think. Next week we have Pine Belt Blueways coming in on Monday. Tuesday we have Rebecca Stewart with the Domestic Abuse Family Shelter. On Wednesday we have Matthew Ralph, and on Thursday Joseph Taylor Wright is joining us. So we've got a full schedule ahead for next week.
It sounds very packed.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting. So where can people listen or watch all this interview?
Yeah, so on the radio, just tune in to 88.5 FM. When we're not having Southern Miss Today at noon on weekdays, we are always playing really good music that you should go listen to because it's great. And you can also subscribe to the YouTube channel, and that's where we also have our live shows. There's video on YouTube to go with the radio. So
Yes, so please subscribe to our YouTube, Southern Miss Student Media. Watch our radio at 88.5. So we'll be back after this short break.
Look through your children's eyes to see the true magic of a forest. It's a storybook world for them. You look and see a tree. They see the wrinkled face of a wizard with arms outstretched to the sky. They see treasure in pebbles. They see a windy path that could lead to adventure. And they see you, their fearless guide through this fascinating world.
Find a forest near you and start exploring at discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Look through your children's eyes to see the true magic of a forest. It's a storybook
Adopt
world
US
for
Kids
them.
presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the Lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time, as in spaghetti sandwiches for dinner, They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back. You're listening to SM2 Weekly Wrap Up. Now, let's move into Stratcom Division. Hello, Carter. How are you?
Hi, Road Chuck. I'm doing well. How are you doing today?
Doing great.
That's great.
Any update from Stratcom Division?
Well, let me tell you, it's been a good week. It's been a really good week for our Instagram here. I would like to take this time to walk us through some of our great mentionable posts this week. The first one I wanna focus on is our announcement of the SM2's Got Talent show. Yes. Going to be hosted on April 10th, 2025 at 7 p.m. in Stout Hall. Mm-hmm. This is a really exciting event. Stratcom and creative divisions, we get to host it, and it's a really, really exciting thing. But basically, what the talent show is we are asking students of the USM campus to bring their best and brightest talents to the stage. We want to see what USM has to offer in the talent category, and we want to promote it, and we want to promote the students, y'all listeners out there. If anybody out there is interested in signing up, we have open audition dates. I'm going to go through those audition dates real quick. March 17th, March 20th, and March 21st have all consecutive times to audition. So I guess the next question is, how would someone want to sign up for auditioning? And that is the easiest thing possible. We have a link in our bio to a sign-up sheet where any USM students can sign up. We're really excited to be promoting this. This is going to be this will be the second time for me working here that we have been able to host and perform the SM2 Talent Show. And last year, I know it went really well because I was there. But we got a great turnout last year, and I'm hoping to at least match to double what we had last year. So, listeners, if y'all have any hidden talents that you want to bring to the light, this is your time. This is the time to step up. But continuing, on through our Instagram and socials, we've got articles posted from our paper, covering what Andy was talking about earlier, and then we've also got promotional videos up. We have a new promotional video that I'm personally really excited about. It is our 80s theme student prints video. This lovely video was recorded by my Stratcom digital team, and they take a look back on what it was like to live in the 80s as a USM student, and hopefully look through the paper. But continuing with that, another thing that I would really like to promote and plug is our latest hidden camera video, which was posted at 12 today. If you haven't, go ahead and go check it out, because I promise you it is going to be great. Like I said, it's already out there. And again, with encouraging people to follow us, let's encourage the listeners out there to follow us at sm2.usm on Instagram and Facebook, where y'all can see any and all content we discuss on the show, any and all content we discuss on our website, and our socials will be discussed cross-platform. So, if you want to learn more about what's going on campus, learn more about the talent show, learn more about, opportunities on campus, we really suggest listeners to go and follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, give us some likes, give us some views, so we can really reach the student body. But overall, that's what we've been working on this week.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you everybody for your insight on each division. So let me quickly go through my division. So creative division, we've been working actively on Beyond Border. This week, another episode dropped, episode 4. Go watch if you haven't. It's one of the best. They talked about family and relationship, which was really interesting because the guests were from two different the side of the world, like from South America and from Asia. So the amount of difference and variation we got, how they live day-to-day life with family, about like getting into relationship, like dating and stuff, how different it is. So it was really interesting. Go watch. It's on our YouTube, Southern Miss Student Media, and another episode drops this Monday, which they're gonna talk about educations. Again, really amazing episode coming out. And following week, again on another Monday, another episode gonna drop. So every week, Monday, 6 p.m. Go. If you want to know when, if you want to be a guest, then you can find the link on our Instagram, SM2.usm. And also we're working actively on hidden camera because we got a lot of comment like you need to do this more. So we are doing every like bi-weekly. So look out on our Instagram. We're gonna know where we're gonna be. So it's gonna be around campus. And today's hidden camera is out. Go watch that too. And this week also we did special legal interview, which I just want to give shout out to Micah and Justin. They helped me out with the camera. They did amazing job. And we have more exciting thing coming up, new show coming up, and definitely sign up for SM2 Got Talent, April 10, 2025. That's when the talents are gonna be. And next week we have audition, March 17, 20, and 21. All the information is on our Instagram. So thanks for listening. This has been SM2 Weekly Wrap Up. I'm Rocha Busnet, and see you next week.
This has been the Southern Miss Student Media Weekly Wrap Up. A look at the events Southern Miss Student Media has covered throughout the week and the events Southern Miss Student Media is working on for next week. The Southern Miss Student Media Weekly Wrap Up airs Fridays at noon on Southern Miss Radio. We'll see you next week for the Southern Miss Student Media Weekly Wrap Up. Sponsorship comes from Southern Beverage, your local Michelob Ultra distributor. Michelob Ultra